Just recently, my husband and I were talking about a client. A phone call that I got was a veteran borrower referred by another veteran who's running a refinance with me. And this new lead was telling me that she had 2 other offers from online lenders. And I ran some scenarios for her, and my interest rate was a little higher. So when I called her back to review the numbers I sent her, she said, well, this one lender's giving me, 2.99, and then for a little bit extra points, I'm going to be able to buy it down to 2.75. And I asked her, please, can you send me those loan estimates while we're on the phone? Can you forward me those emails? And she did, and while we were on the phone, I pulled up those emails, and that veteran borrower was going to be charged 1.75 points for the 2.99 rate and 3.45 points for the 2.75 rate on top of a $3,100 origination fee. She was going to be financing $25,000 in costs. Don't be hung up on rate. The rate reduction is a good thing, but if you're paying too much in points, you have to realize what that adds to the cost of the transaction. And over the payment savings, when do you realize, this is back to the securities industry, you have unrealized gains and you have realized gains. So you have an unrealized benefit and a realized benefit. If you drop your interest rate and you have an enhanced payment $100 less, but it costs you $3,600 to do it, then it's going to be 3 years till you realize that $100 benefit after you've paid for those costs up front and get into your savings. So don't be hung up on the rate, and don't be sold by quick tongue people that want to say, oh, I'll give you this rate. Make sure you're looking if you're paying points, what are their fees. I have somebody that is convinced they're getting a no points, no fees rate reduction refinance. I said, that's not possible. There's no one out there that's doing it with no skin in the game. It's just not realistic. It's somewhere. Your loan amount's gone up. It's built into your rate. It's somewhere in there. It's built into your rate and you're paying points for that. You don't know it. So as a consumer, and this is where I draw back to my husband, it was really astute of him. I said, I can't believe how some people can be sold by these terms that someone will sell them on a solicitation, whether in the mail or an online quote, and think it's a good idea. And he said, there's a lot of smart people out there, but that doesn't mean they know how to ask the right questions. So be smart and ask the smart questions. And make sure you look at your figures. And if you have a question, reach out to me. I'll help you look at it. If it makes sense, I'll tell you. I don't do loans to create a paycheck. I do loans to help people. And if it doesn't make sense, I have clients that walked into my office, I want to say 4 weeks ago probably, and said, should we refinance? And by the time we did it, they were going to save like $70. And she goes, it's probably not worth it. And I said, not over the cost. Instead of paying $2,500 to $3,000 to refinance and save $70, how about you just drive an extra $70 into your mortgage each month and trim off 4 years? So you're, free and clear point. It's probably better money spent if it was my money. I treat your money like I'm going to treat my money. And that's probably what makes me stand out among my colleagues, is that I really do get invested. If it was me and this was my scenario, what are my options and what's my best option? And that's where I refer people professionally, is that I treat your money like it's mine, and I don't want you spending it if it doesn't make sense.